goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Friday night at the seashore. Oh my goodness, you would not believe the fun we've got around here without even asking for fun, but it looks like the universe like to challenge us, and this is going to be a good show. I'm still moving my stuff, so I'm making some weird noise. Sorry about that. That's all right. That's all right. All right. All right. But whoops. Oh, I unplugged myself. Great. I like to unplug myself at the seashore, which is not good if I'm unplugging myself, so I cannot even hear myself because I unplugged myself and myself, hopefully. Not sure. Okay. That's the problem when you got too many cables coming off from your microphone and all of a sudden you decide to unplug itself. Always keep your hands on the desk, Emma. Do not do these kind of things. But let's light up the pilot light. I love that title, and I probably will explain in a minute. Why am I saying this? Because you need a sense of humor around here. When the universe throws a curve at us, it's always more fun. Oh my goodness. It's just having a moment of peace here on a Friday night. And hopefully we'll figure it out everything on due time. And becoming a plumber could be a good thing. I maybe should do that, actually. Becoming a plumber, I should see how bad I can get with the pipes. I can say I will never be an electrician for sure, but why not try plumbers? Oops. Still having a lot of fun here right now on my own, because we like to have fun on our own here. Okay, let's see. Maybe I get, when you're moving equipment, it would be nice once in a while when it goes the way it's supposed to go. So, okay, I know where is the microphone. Okay, we can talk about that. So, hopefully, good week. Well, interesting week, I should say, but good week in general. Weather is not cooperating again, which we love it. Middle of the week was awesome, actually. We had nice weather for about a day or two here, which was good. It felt like springtime. A lot of good things happened on Tuesday, and Dr. Goodman, actually, and I are going to be starting something next week, and that is going to be fun, but I'm not going to say much. Maybe I will say it at the end of the show tonight, but it's 6:23. Oh, I'm ahead. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game. Kudo, Emas. You can have a drink of water for that. Woohoo. I love it. This is going to be an interesting show tonight again. Let's see. I will take probably, I'm not going to take Woto. I will take the map and just get one little card to get us started tonight, because was good. We like a good week. We like a good day. We like a peaceful day. That's, I must say. Even I should have taken actually a picture. I was at the dentist today. Yeah, I don't know how many people don't like the dentist, but I love the dentist. And when I sat down on that chair to do the usual 6 months cleaning, I was laughing because what came to mind was a spa. I'm like, you know what? I like spa. So this morning, my dentist appointment turned out to be a spa time. Remove my shoes and just put my feet on that great chair. They have great chairs, I must say. It's extremely comfortable. The reclining portion and keeping your mouth open is not, it's kind of like maybe tiring. But it was good. It was like a little hour of spa, not even. It was just enjoyable for a moment. He was like, this is cool. Half an hour, 45 minutes. The time you talk to your dentist on top of it as well. But it was nice. It was like, it was nice. I told them, I said, that was like a spa time. It's like it was extremely relaxing. Even when they did the cleanup, it was relaxing. I know. Crazy, isn't it? People don't like dentists. I like dentists. I made it a point way long time ago. Then I like my dentist. So I did that way long time ago. As a kid, I don't know. I should do maybe an hour talk on dentists and see how many people were afraid of dentists. My sister had to be drugged when she was younger because she would go to the dentist and she ended up, before she had her real teeth, we got our baby teeth first, and hers had all, and I don't know why, they were all, what do you call it? And I'm losing my words in English, which is bad. Bad teeth, and she had to go over there and she refused for hours, and that happened. It's not that funny, but it was funny. Refused for hours to open her mouth, and I'm on a promoter team. Okay, hey, I'm on a promoter team. I don't know who those people are, but okay. Deborah Wheeler, you're on a promoter team at Mini Activewear, and we think you would be to promote our carbon neutral activewear. My goodness, you get a lot of activewear. You get jewelry wear. We get a lot of things going on here on the wear. Very interesting. So back to the dentist, she would not for hours open her mouth. And guess what? Did not end up, I think she even bit the dentist. I think so. So it was always excruciating. For me, it was just like, okay, the only thing I do when I don't like when it's going on, I just move my feet. And I always do that when it's extremely uncomfortable and I don't like it. That's what I do. It's the most, the funniest things ever, actually, to do. It's like, it's terrible. It's like, I don't like it, so I'm going to move my feet better than punching somebody in the face or biting them. But my sister used to, I remember that. My sister used to, and my mom was screaming, to give her some Valium. Even with the Valium, it took some time for her to open her mouth. But it was very interesting. So no, today was like a spa day at the dentist for me. And I should take a picture, and I did not. And I wanted to do it on Instagram. I did not. I forgot to do it, actually. I was inspired to do it, and I did not. I'm like, oh, crap, I should have. That would have been a good one. You launched on your chair, and you're just enjoying it for about an hour, not even an hour. I was there pretty quick to do it, like 30 minutes stop. But it's like, it gives you a break. You don't have to think about the children, the dogs, the husband, the significant other, the crisis. You're just there and having a conversation with the technician, which mine is pretty cool. I like her very much. So we had a great conversation talking about a lot of things. But it was cool. So it was an hour of relaxing. So now I'm curious because I am taking the Enchanted Map from Colette Baron-Reid, and I am curious to know what is the energy for tonight. Let's see what the universe has to say, because I'm curious for this one, and then we can talk about Let's Light Up the Palette Light. How the wonderful title of Let's Light Up the Palette Light came along. Because, sometimes when things happen in your life, you need to use them as a title. So that's not only funny, but that's like, yeah, that's kind of a good title, actually. I will probably use it as a blog. Now I'm thinking about Let's Light Up the Pilot Light in us. Because, oops, oh my God, I got, how many jumpers? I got 3 freaking jumpers. Are you serious? Yes, I do. Oh my God. All right. I got 3 jumper cards, which is funny because generally that doesn't happen. 1 maybe, but I like that, actually. Oh my goodness. Field of Dream, the One Ring Circus. Yep, I understand that. The Bone Collector and this one. Okay, so for tonight, Peaks of Joy. Awesome. Like the Peaks of Joy. So what is this one's gonna tell us? And I'm curious about the I'm curious about the One Ring Circus. I think that's a little personal message on this one, because sometimes when you get a One Ring Circus, there is something going on this one. So let's do 33, because the Peak of Joy, I love Peaks of Joy, actually. It is, your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Oh yeah, I got a great story about the Light Up the Palette Light. I love it. That's gonna go well with that. Joy is your day. Oh, really? No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the result. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions, an event that is synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. Hey, that is cool. I like that sentence, actually. That resonates with me. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. So true. I do share too many horror stories that is hilarious in my life. Even if at the beginning they are not. But I like it. Peaks of joy, guys. Peaks of joys. So let's share the joys, the happiness, and see what's going on. Now I'm curious for the 3 jumper card because for me the Run Ring Circus has kind of a resonance on some of the things. It's like, it's not my monkey, it's not my circus, off you go. So I like this one. That's what he said. You're capable and competent. This is so true. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you are acquired along the way makes you particularly competent. Capable of moving forward with assurance, self-reliance is important. Ooh, we are all self-reliant, actually. Even though if we don't believe sometime in ourselves, I agree with that. Self-reliant to be able to go on wisdom, have even as a first as a first listener, being able to take a leap of faith and jump on stage as a guest or starting your own show. That to me is what we are here for. And everybody here should, and I talked about it on Tuesday, should have their own shows no matter what. And it doesn't matter if you're not sure what you want to talk about, just talk about your story. Talk about your day. If your day went haywire, well, just have a chat and talk about it. That's how I met Sammy, my better half co-host, who's busy doing other things right now and recording and studio and stuff like that. That's how we met, actually, because his days were not the greatest one. They were awful, I will say. They were awful in a way that it was comical. It was just like you would take a funny movie. That's about what happened to him, except he wasn't smiling at the beginning until I went on stage and talked to him, and that light up his day. But when you're looking at what you're capable to do here, and it's all of us, it's not only the few, it's everybody. We're capable to take the stage and just create our own show. Just start by sharing your story, say who you are and what bothers you the most, and ask for insight. And people will be more than happy to share how they deal with circumstances. And that's what it's so great. It's hear different point of view from different people and pick up and take what works for you or what resonates with what they're saying and applying it to your own life. That's a great way to continue to be a student of life as well, not as where, but as well. So let's continue the little chit chat on this one because that card is very interesting. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. So freaking true. You do not want that one ring circus to land up in your own freaking space. You want your space to stay secret. I love it. It's like, yeah, when I see the circus coming in town, well, what do you think I do? I take my little car and I just drove away because I do not want to have this coming around me. But it's so true. It's learning to respect our sacred boundaries. It's so difficult to do that. And I'm talking about not only people, co-workers, but I'm talking also your own mate. I'm talking your children could come and just land it up. It's like landing up on the moon. We're here. We have our spacecraft coming here, and we're gonna just crash directly on your own moon, mama. But this is what we have to do. Be discerning about your partnership at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and other begins, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationship. That is so true. And will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Independent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. Wow, that is awesome. Actually, it's a pretty cool card. And the artwork is beautiful because it's somebody who looks like I will say a circus master sitting on the top of an elephant, and that elephant is in the middle of the water, and there is a beautiful rock. It's gorgeous, and there is a little crescent moon. It's beautiful. The artwork is amazing on hers. I don't remember who did the art. I think it's somewhere marked in here, but it's beautiful. I love it. So the second jump card that came, they all came in one shot, was the Bone Collector, and with a beautiful old lady, and she's the Bone Collector. So this is something that is very interesting too, because you are whole and have everything you need within. It's so empowering. I think this tonight is extremely empowering because it shows us that not only we are capable to have peak of joys, because we can create, and we are the one actually to create our own happiness within ourselves. It starts with us. It doesn't. And a lot of people made mistake. It reminds me and I'm not criticizing my sisters, but I'm taking example of some of the behavior of my sisters, and mine too, by the way, because I do talk about my behavior. But my older sister had a tendency to once, she would cast the rain on the snow, because she wanted everybody to be, if she wasn't happy, well, everybody would not be happy. Or she wanted somebody to make her happy, so she was expecting people to make her happy. And it's like, no, it starts within us. If you're not happy, nobody's going to make you happy. Oh, that doesn't happen. Whomever say does, like, no, you're entertaining people. You want people to entertain you, because I do that too. I got told that one day. I will tell you the story later on. It was funny. I was at work, actually. And I did organize, and yes, I like to be entertained by others. That's my thing. So, but let's talk about the Bone Collector. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you are fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we are wounded, especially when we are young, it is as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth that then sets up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. When we know about ourselves, truths become influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or accept to be criticized. The Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being. This is what I love, so empowering. Limitless, and we are limitless. Actually, we're the one who creating our own limits. We need to break that glass ceiling. Limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you and the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the Bone Collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible with awareness. The wounds of the past need not define you. So freaking true. And if I have to look at mine, I will say would have been poverty, lack of, and I push myself actually to recognize that wasn't me. You have to go back and understand when you grow up, and that's what I like, the beautiful card right here, right now. The next one, which I think is beautiful because it's a great message, not for me, but for everybody. It's the Field of Dreams. And my God, that Field of Dream is beautiful. It's absolutely unbelievable. Those cards are gorgeous. That makes you dream. But to be honest, and go back to the Bone Collector, we have to understand then we are born where we are born. We choose, our spirit choose to land where we need to be landing, in which family we're living in, and the circumstances. But what we have to learn along the path is the legacy of our parents, grandparents, what our parents set in motion. It's not about us, it's about their circumstances, and we have to learn to detach ourselves from it. So in a case like where I was born in a poor environment. Oh my God, yes, we were freaking poor. lack of well, we never lack of food in itself at the beginning because they had a garden, so everything they got was coming from the garden, and my mom would what do you call it, canned a lot of things, so we at least had fresh food. So I must admit on this one we didn't like some of the food. But when we're looking at the closing, or we're looking at, we never took vacation, and I think the first vacation we ever took was when we were about what, 14, 15, and we saw the ocean for the first time. But we were not going in any vacation anytime soon. We did not have the luxury to have a lot of stuff that others had, and that lack of was always there. The most dramatic things for me, and I think that was one of the biggest one, that was to lose my household, the house I grew up in. Not the first one, because the first one I was a baby, but the second one where I actually grew up, which felt my safety net, even though it wasn't the most pleasant environment ever, but it was my safety net. It was everything I knew. And from that point on, I made a point. When I lost everything and I felt the end of the world was coming, because it was the most horrifying things for a kid. It doesn't matter how old you are. I was, I was driving at that time. So I was 18, 19, something like that. And I lost everything I knew. And it was like being, moved somewhere new. Then I hid it, to be honest. It was concrete jungle from back to the country to concrete jungle. That wasn't a good change for me because I wanted my peace and quiet, and you got no peace and quiet. And it was just restarting from scratch. It was just figuring out where are we going next, because we had no idea. And that was freaking scary. It was losing everything you've got and and that really was one of the biggest things was when I was younger. But this one was as a young kid. One of the most horrifying things ever. It was very scary. So you keep this in mind and you understand that, okay, this happens. That's out of my circumstances, because I was Daddy Dearest who decided to stick it to the bank. He stick it so well to the bank that we lost everything. He did not care because he moved... he already was gone, so he did not give a crap. He just bailed out, so he did not care. It was just like, that's awesome. This is the kind of thing you want. It's like, awesome. You're left behind. You're like, oh, shit, no shit. This is happening right now. It's like, great. Like, not what you want. It's like, I wanted to keep that house. I love, that was my anchor, which, you have to, the circumstances were not mine. They were because of the action of my parents. So you have to understand that I'm not going to repeat that shit. I said, you know what? The day I get a house, the day I have this, I will not lose the damn house. That is not happening. This is one thing I made a promise to myself. I say, I will not repeat that. I will not do what they have done. And looking at the relationship that was basically dysfunctional, it's like, this is not a monkey and circus I want to deal with either, because that is not what I want to repeat. But you have to make the distinction. And I like the bond collector on this one that reminds us that what happened when we were younger, then those circumstances were not ours to start with, because we did not initiate that. Our grandparents, our legacy, whatever was passed on to us, continue to pour into us. But the action of our parents, or wherever we lived, is not our monkey and circus. But we are the recipient of the aftermath. We are the one who have to live this and try to cope with the loss, with the fear of the unknown, with with everything else when you have and you're not armed enough, skilled enough to face it, because you are not an adult, you're a child, you're a teenager, and you don't know what life brings us along the way. So for me, it's very interesting that the bond collector, it's a beautiful old lady with a beautiful smile, and she's there sitting in the center, and she's in a circle, and it's beautiful because it brings us what did we lost at that time and claim back what is ours, meaning, well, at that time, that wasn't my circumstances, and I'm claiming back myself. I'm claiming back everything that happened, that this is not mine. The faith, the strengths, the courage, the peace, the love, this is what you reclaim. So that's a beautiful way, because the last card, which is amazing, actually, as I said, it was a jumper, but what a great jumper. It's called 21, which is the Field of Dream. And I love that card. This card is beautiful. It's like you see fairies, beautiful. You got 3 beautiful fairies sitting on eggs, on eggs, and you got flowers. They're surrounded by flowers. And you see the magic. There is the moon. And you see the magic of all of it. It's gorgeous. It's in a field of dream. It's like planting our own seed. That's what I love to talk about. Minding our own business, planting our own seed. So this is what the field of dreams says. So something's going to resonate with you, because so far those cards are resonating with me. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work along the side. And then the gentle gardener. Again, I do talk about the gentle gardener into our field of dreams, and mind your own business, meaning taking care of our own field of dreams. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporarily outer condition imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have the basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talent are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, and take actions. And tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. That to me is studying by, that's what I'm reading for this. And what comes out for me is your wandering circus. That's mean you need to basically respect your boundaries. You need to set your boundaries so nobody comes and crash into it. When you do this, then you can look at what the bone collector has for us, meaning what do I need to reclaim that the bone collector has kept safely for us? What was the wounds? So I can reclaim. Maybe I'm scared of something right now, and I need to go back and figure it out. What am I scared of? And figure it out that maybe I feel that I'm not competent enough right now, or maybe I'm not sure enough, or making a move, I'm not sure if it's the right move. I'm afraid of not making enough for ends meet, and instead then reversing it and say I have enough. I have everything I need to get things going. I can create the world I want by reclaiming what the lack of is, because I don't have any lack of. I'm already filled with it. Filled of abundances, filled of joy, filled of everything we need here. And the last one is telling us that when you go and reclaim this from your bone collectors, then you're becoming limitless. Then your dreams up to the sky. It's up to the sky, the moon, and back and forth. That's what I love here. So from starting with one card who was Pick of Joys for tonight, we got 3 jumper cards that arrive, and they are so true. This is what I love with Colette Baron-Reid. Her cards, or oracle cards, are resonating. So whatever sentences in there that I read might resonate, then take it and run with it. That's what I will say. But I like those 3 because to me it's very clear that when you set your boundaries, when you respect your own self, when you bring that peace, awareness, that grounding, then you're capable to look at what you want to create. What are your intentions? Look at what you're saying in your head, because there is always that little voice who's going to say, well, I want abundances, but I'm like, yeah, and the voice in your head says, Emma, you suck at it. There is no abundances. No way. Well, that little voice has a problem. So we need to acknowledge this. We need to talk to the bone collector and say, okay, I need to get back that little bone that you saved for me. That is mine. So the lack of is not based on what I experienced as a child. It's always coming back to what experience did I got when I was younger that really made me shift the way I think, that basically changed my path, that changed my thoughts, that changed who I am, that impacted me in a way that I need to know what can I do to course correct that. That's what it's amazing. That's a journey of 1,000. That's why I call the journey of 1,000. And then when you go to talk to the bone collector, which is a beautiful lady, who's going to give it back to you what you're liking of or what happened, then you can go into your field of dream with confidence and start to create and co-create and change your life for the better. But there is some work that needs to be done. And that work is to find out, okay, what am I lacking at? What is the issue behind all of that? Because if things doesn't move or shift the way it shift, then I have something inside of me that it needs to be acknowledged. And what is it? What is the healing part of it? So that is beautiful. And the peak of joy, that's awesome. So, but yeah, I like the title. So I'm going to explain why I choose the title tonight. Let's light up the palette light. Be very simple. We had some big wins here, and for some unknown reason, for the past few years, I need to change it actually, because that's starting to be irritating. Tonight, it's more impacting than irritating actually. And when there is big winds, for some unknown reason that, you have a chimney on the top of the roof, and it should not, the wind should not be coming inside, but the wind went inside of the pipes, inside of the water heater, and blow up the pallet light. So I have no hot water. Yay. This is the reason I set it up. Let's light up the pallet light. Now, to make things even worse, some of those water heaters are very easy to remove. What do you call it? The front end, where you can light up actually, because that scares me the most. So that's something I'm going to have to do. That's, you need to take a lighter and basically restart it. My problem is when I open this, to my horror, there is 4 screws. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't have my glasses on. So I'm like, oh, maybe a Phillips one. Or I'm like, that should be easy. Well, not as much. And I thought it's easy because I looked at the freaking screw and I don't even have the right tool to open it. So I'm looking at the palette light and I'm like, F it. Holy crap. That reminds me of the old days when we got no water, hot water. Great. I'm going to take a shower in the cold water and yippee skippy. I'm like, until I get the freaking right tool. So I need to get the right tool to open, to actually put those, open the screws to do it, because those screws are not Phillips head, or I don't remember what's the other one you're saying. They're absolutely not like that. And I'm like, okay, that's a problem. Or I'm going to use another tool that I have that's not a screw driver, but I'm going to use another tool to undo them. So the title for tonight is Let's Light Up the Palette Light. It's not only inside, but it's for my water heater. So that's the fun part of it. See, we have to make fun of ourselves in circumstances instead of be pissed off. How I said the F it, because I'm like, F-bomb right there. I'm like, oh, crap. I'm like, but I thought it was funny. So it's ironic that I don't have hot water. And I think it's like for a day, but I wanted to take a shower earlier and I'm like, I need to check that, because my little voice is telling me, Emma, you don't have any hot water. So double check, because it's only lukewarm. And I'm like, okay, I did not pay too much attention because I'm too busy. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, crap. So guys, let's light up the pilot light. Yours probably works better than mine. This is what, and it's a Friday night. Imagine a little bit, because it's only Friday night. The furnace, however, works great. So, which is good, because I do not want to freeze to death. Even though I have a fireplace with real wood, thank God, I can use it. Done that. Actually, I got a great story. Oh yeah, let's talk about that fun story. So, it always happens in the middle of the winter. It never happens when it's about 30 degrees. No. It was about minus 15 degrees, and my furnace went out in the middle of the night. And I'm starting to, I don't know, I'm very grateful for the universe and be aware of what's going on, because every time something happens, the universe is telling me earlier, and I'm like, okay. So I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, something is off. I'm like, it is kind of cold, and I don't have. I could feel that the furnace wasn't working, so I tried to turn on the furnace, It started to turn on and it stopped. And I'm like, okay. So it's like an old car when you turn the key ignition, it's like, woo, 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 and boom, nothing. I'm like, great. It is already in the minus. I'm like, this is not going to be good. So I called. There is a number to call for services, and that person, and they outsourced it. So that was the most irritating thing ever, because I worked on overnight. So if you're supposed to work on overnight, you do not sleep, and you be nice to people, especially when you get paid for. And that person was in like Tennessee or something like that. Don't went down south. Okay, obviously not aware that it's minus here and could care less. And I called that person. First of all, she was not that very nice on the phone because it felt like you bothered her. And I'm like, well, I have a situation here. I need a call. I need a technician to come in my house very quickly because it's the furnace doesn't work. So the lady on the phone did not react very well, like I was bothering her. I'm like, lady, it is minus 15, minus 17, whatever where we were. And I said, right now, I have 2 animals. I have myself to take care of. So yes, I need somebody to come now. Well, it is minus. I like, yes, it is. And by the accent, I could figure it out. She was down south. So she had no freaking clue what the minus mean in her world because she probably never experienced a weather like that. And she was so disgruntled. I said, you know what? That's fine. I will figure it out by myself. So it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. And luckily, that's why I like to have a fireplace with wood. I'm like, well, let's do a few things. One, I'm going to go downstairs in the garage, pick up some wood, started a fire, which was nice because I loaded up that fire. I'm telling you, it was so fucking hot. I'm like, I don't care if I melt the walls. I'm going to put the biggest fire I can. I'm going to load it up until it burns until 2 days later. So I started to do that. And luckily, because I used to work, when I came here and I started to move, the first apartment I had, when it's not your own, when it's not your own central air and heat, then you're at the mercy of when they turn the heat into the entire building. So I had a baby heater, which was nice actually, and that helped me, but only covered a room. It did not cover the entire rest of the house. It was just the room. So I had to wait the next day at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So imagine we were all downstairs. I had my 2 cats, and Malu was already over 14 years old. So I'm like, the poor cat, I'm not going to kill my cat because of this. So I bring everybody down. Everybody's comfy. I bring the blanket, pile it up on me, wait 7 o'clock in the morning, call finally my the service, because this time they switched from the overnight to the day, and in the middle of they came that late morning. But I told them the experience that I had, and I said, when you outsource things, make sure that people are not, we're not bothering them. And 2, when we're saying it's minus something, then react a little faster and don't go and be disgruntled. Just help the people who need help, because I was nice. I wasn't, in those time, you, even though if it's irritating or it's stressful, you stay calm and grounded, and you try to make it a little sense of humor too. So that's what I do. So I get enough air and oxygen in my body. But it was hilarious to have that individual having such an attitude. And I'm like, really? I'm the one freezing my sorry ass here. You're not. So get over it. And if you don't want to work on overnight, then don't take that job, because people are going to be calling you. There is things happen that is out of control. But if you're working on overnight, just, be prepared, and it will happen, and just be kind and do what you're supposed to do. But it was very, very interesting. They did apologize, and they mentioned to me that they had complaints before, and I think they stopped using that service. But it's too bad. But it's like, if you work on overnight, just help people. Don't be rude. So light up the fire for me. And tonight it's light up the pilot. Well, I don't know if I will have time tomorrow. I don't know where I will be tomorrow, if I'm going to be home or not. But maybe by next week, I will find the right tool to open that plate to light up the pilot light. Oh my God, this is the adventure of a lifetime. But I have to change that chimney on the top, because the problem I have is that Every time there is big winds, and it depends on which direction the wind goes. That's the same thing. It's like it depends on which direction. There is some days when it blows and not in the same direction. It's fine, but there is some days it goes straight down the pipe in the chimney. It goes straight down my water heater. Luckily, it doesn't go into the furnace, so I'm glad about this portion of it. See, you have to see the silver lining in your situation. So I'm gonna go with the old days. I'm gonna probably boil some water a little bit, and I'm gonna go and maybe I'm gonna do that for the face. Actually, I'm gonna boil a little bit of water so to just get warm, and I'm gonna take a freaking cold shower. Just gonna be like for 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna be like, holy crap, and I'm probably gonna be laughing and swearing in the same time, but that's okay. I'll make it entertaining. If I don't catch ammonia, I will be lucky. This is what I'm gonna do. So light up your own palette light, and if you have a funny story to share, I think tonight is the night to share your funny story. From a great spot this morning at the dentist, which I love. It was very relaxing to the water heater light blow up. Oh my God. It's like next time I buy a water heater, I will look at the plate actually, because I did not look at the plate when I changed mine. It was blowing off and he wasn't holding into it. So I got the guy coming in and he did the estimate. So I did not know what that unit will be. But the next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of those big box looking at what they got. And I'm going to ask the guy, I say, I want to see what kind of screw you get on your plates because I need the equipment to be able on my own to, unscrew it and light it up. I can't. For today. So I'm going to take a picture of those stupid screws and see if I can find a tool to do it, because it doesn't look octagonal, it doesn't look square, it looks weird. This is what I'm going to say. It looks totally weird. And I never saw this kind of print on the screws. So I will figure it out, because this is what I do in life, is think outside of the box. But I have another tool that I don't know. I had it. I have to figure it out if I have it somewhere else. If not, I have to buy one. It's a multiple tool, a thing that I cannot explain because I don't know the word in English, to be honest, right now. So it's not a plier, but it's similar to a plier, actually. And I can have a different width. And I'm going to probably use that and see if I can open those, because that's the only thing. I looked at it. I'm like, I'm going to go and make Philips screws head. It's going to work. I'm like, it doesn't work. Well, Emma, put your glasses on. Oh, no, not the same fitting. Okay. Square one. Gotta love it. So know your appliance. Know what you need to replace everything. Oh, this is going to be epic. I'm going to write something about it, because I'm like, the manual is like, why companies do you create stupid different screws? Just do the standard one and everybody will be happy, skippy. Seriously, it will make our life so much easier. Stop to invent some stuff that doesn't make any sense, because when we don't have the tools, then we have to go buy or find something that has to be on the market that we can find. It's very, very, very inconvenient. But that's all right. That's what makes my day today. So it reminds me when I was younger. That's what it reminded me. I'm like, oh, great. That reminds me the time we had no water, no hot water. Great. Can we get any better than that? No. So it's the life of 1,000. And I wanted to look for another one that is electrical, not with the gas one. So maybe I need to look for the electrical one, but I don't know how bad the electrical bills will be at the end of the month too when you have that. So that's something to explore. But anybody can come on stage tonight. As I say, it's a great night. It's an awesome night here at the Seashore. It's how to start your day, and hopefully during the night, because I'm going to be working tonight. So it's going to be just another day in paradise, and that's what we have to make it. Like the bone collector said, we have to go climb our bones back. So I'm going to go climb mine and go in my field of dreams and create my own dreams. There is something we're going to do next week, and I don't want to talk about it yet. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So, Dr. Goodman, do you want to come on stage for a minute and we can do a lack of an exciting announcement? That would be awesome because I think people's going to want to hear about what we have in mind and what we're going to be doing actually. So that would be great. And I want to hear your voice, so you need to make me smile. You need to entertain me. Hi, what's up, Doc?
I was listening to you and listening to Jules and Corina, and they want to do a podcast, but they were doing podcasts with sort of, I think, just women, but it was just so much fun that men start joining in, and so they're going to change it, and so we've been talking about that, and I told her that you and I are going to do one and do one on here, a talk, and so there's willing to turn into a podcast, and
Oh,
so
awesome.
yeah, and
Okay.
so
So,
we'll talk more like that.
yep.
Uh, but the topics, you got them on hand. I got to.
Yes, I do have them on hand. So the
Yeah.
first thing I'm going to say is, and you have not responded if you wanted to do it on Monday or on Tuesday. That was one thing. Here's what we're going to be doing. So at least, and we're starting with once a week. We're going to do that once a week because I'm very proud to have put Dr. Love back in business out of retirement. So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Monday or Tuesday, either one is okay with me.
yes,
So
because we will do it next week, but I don't know. Do you want to do it on Monday or do you want to do it on Tuesday? Because I want to tease people a little bit about it. So, the name of the show, because this is what we're going to be calling it for the moment, because I could change, is the
yes.
C Show meets Dr. Love. That's what it's going to be for the first title for the first show. It's going to be modified. We need to see how comfortable with that, but I love it because it's Meet Dr. Love. And who's Dr. Love? Dr. Goodman.
Yeah. It's all about your sensuality and you
Yes,
on the relationship that you
yes,
have with yourself, then with others.
exactly. So the now the dilemma we've got, because I got the two topics and we're going to explore that with Dr. Goodman next week. It will be so because Monday is Valentine's Day, so it's like it would be a good day to do
Tuesday.
it, or Tuesday, because that was the question I have for you. Is like, I don't
Hmm.
think the boss at home will appreciate it for you to spend Valentine's evening live talking about it instead than just enjoying a beautiful Valentine's Day with the boss.
Then again, the boss been gone for a few days, so she might enjoy being here with me doing it. So,
Well, that's up to you to decide. You're gonna have to let me know if you want to, if you don't want to do it on Monday, or we're doing it. We will take my C show, my regular C show, and we'll do it on Tuesdays. So
okay.
that's up to you to let me know how you want to do that. I have no issue when we can do it for sure. But this is the biggie. So we're going to start to do that once a week. It's not once out of the blue. We're putting this on the scheduler and we'll figure it
Right.
out what works best. If it's a Tuesday, then we can do it on Tuesday, whatever works best.
Okay, let's do
And
it on a Tuesday, and Monday would be a good tease, yeah, since it's Valentine.
well, Valentine is on Monday, so it's like perfect. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's beautiful. And
yeah.
we'll do it the next day. So we'll do it on Tuesday night. We will have the C show that meets Dr. Love. And that's going to be awesome. So with Dr. so good. We're gonna have a lot of interesting things to talk. So I'm so proud I put you out of retirement for this one, and it will be a weekly show. It's not a one-time show; it's a weekly show we're gonna be doing. And the topic will be sensuality, will be love, will be what everything related to love, everything related to that topic. So that's where we're gonna go with.
Right. And think of God is love. So if He
Yep.
loved you first,
Yep.
then just think about what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the creation and the experience from me to you. And my experience is very. Let's see. My journey was very enlightenment to me. It wasn't easy, no, but I didn't let that stop me. Matter of fact, that motivated me every time I hit a stump in the road or a bump in the road. No, I had to go around it, straddle it. No, so it's
Yep.
sort of be like that. Yeah.
I know that's going to be, as I said, it's going to be great. And normally I start at 7. I will start my regular show. I will start on Tuesday, like I normally do at 7:30 Eastern time. I got the time right this time because every time I say 5:30, it's so wrong. It's so freaking wrong.
Okay, 7:30 your time.
7:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Eastern time. But you can hop on whenever you want to hop on. But I will start at 7:30 because that's the time I always start. And we'll go from there. So if it takes 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, doesn't matter. We're going to be talking and go with the
Okay.
flow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and where are you?
Oh, I'm in Minnesota, my dear, in 10,000 lakes and frozen lakes.
Okay, Minnesota.
Minnesota
So
is
what time is it?
it's 6:30. The starting time for me is 6:30, but I always use Eastern time because we are used to the East Coast. So it's 6:30. So for you, it should be what? You're an hour behind me, at least. You're Reno. You're
Yes,
Nevada. So it should be
right.
an hour behind.
Yeah, right. So if you said
5:30.
6:30, it's 5:30, right?
Yeah. See
Yeah.
you know what? It's funny. I always said 5:30, so that's probably for you the 5:30. I've been
Okay.
nonstop
It's
saying.
5:30 be
Yeah.
my time,
Yeah.
6:30 your time. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's when I start.
All right.
But
We'll check in with each other and go over some notes and stuff, and so that we'll be on the same page.
oh, we'll be fine because
Yeah.
again, when I do these kind of shows, I will, you're gonna be the one leading at the end of the day, and I will be just doing the entertainment next to it. I will not be singing, I
Okay.
promise. I will. I will do, what you sent me. I'm curious about it, and I'm gonna do a little bit of research as well. But I will pick your brain on a bunch of stuff. I will be asking questions, and I will probably, based on what your talks is, it's also your experience, and it will be mine as well at some level, and some perspective from a woman view as well. So I think we got it covered. We got it totally covered.
Okay. This is our book that we wrote when I was working at the university.
Great.
And all this information in this book, I was growing up and living it before they wrote this book. Matter of fact, 18 years after I met them, then they wrote this book. So I was living there.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, it's based on experience too. This is what I love. It's not, it's nice to write books. It's beautiful, but when you're able to talk about your experience and what you go through, it makes it. I think it connects more the dot with
It
everybody, and we
does.
relate more to it.
It does. Yes, because I mean, in it, truthfully, I done bookmark, highlight this book uh, and read this book about at least 10 times.
Hmm.
But I can show you a lot of the stuff in this book that I have written in my own handwriting 18 years before.
That's
So,
awesome.
I mean, yeah, so the book is just my notes.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
That's what it is most
You
of the
know,
time. It's the notes. It's what you start. Like I said, I'm writing a book via the pubs, and those are blogs. Every stories that I have, and I'm writing them, and I will compile them to a book.
yeah. And that's what I did with my notes. I turned it
Hmm.
into a website.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll give the website. We'll provide all of that information starting Tuesday. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be, as I said, once a week. So we're going to do Tuesdays once a week. We will have the C Show meets Dr. Love.
Okay.
I like that title. I don't know why, but for me, when we were talking via Instagram, exchanging messages, it just came along, and I'm like, yeah, that's Dr. Love. That's what we're doing. We're meeting Dr. Love. I'm like, I love it. So, as I said, it will evolve. The title will evolve, but I thought that was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's who you
Hey,
are.
it's
So,
right. Yes. And thank you. And it's like, it's something you can remember real easy, like a
yes.
phone number.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
um,
And they
it's
will.
been a while since I remember that song, uh, 645.
Yes.
It's yeah,
Yes, 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 yes. What is his name?
yeah.
Ah, I forgot his name. Rick something.
Wilson Pickin. Wilson Pickin.
Are you sure? Because there was another one too, and that had a song like that, and they were. Yeah, I remember that song actually. Now I'm gonna have it stuck in my head all night long. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Love.
Okay.
It's gonna be
But
awesome. It's gonna be like,
yeah,
okay. Yeah,
it was
649. There's one was it was 649. Yeah. It was a phone number. I think it was the phone number of the actually the singer.
yeah, it was the phone number.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No, but
Yeah,
that's a very simple title. And when people will see that, and they will know, they will know automatically. Dr. Goodman is in the house. We have to listen to it.
yes. Yes,
Yes, we do.
and it's fun, right. It'll be fun,
Oh yeah.
and that's where, yeah, I mean I presented my life as really enjoyable for me. And then when I express it in uh out to other people, they go, oh wow, why is he so happy? And not today all the time. Now, what did he do? You know, well, I do me. I enjoy me. I love me.
Yeah.
No, so that's
That's the
yeah,
key.
right. And when you said that, I'm like, oh, okay, because I do love me.
Yeah, I
So
love me too.
I didn't have no objection to the title.
Oh no, well, it came as I said. I was like, okay, how do we call it? And I'm like, okay, but I'm like, yeah, it is the C Show meets Dr. Love. I cannot make it up because it come up, and I'm like, yeah, that resonates. I'm like, exactly. We're meeting love. We're meeting Dr. Love. That's what it's all about. So that's why I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. And no, we have to love ourselves first. Yes, we have to set our boundaries. We have to know our own self. And I think it resonates with Speaks of Joy, actually. That card that I pulled before my three jumpers came up. Peaks of Joy just said it too. Joys come within us. It doesn't come out from outside of us. It comes within us. And I talked about it at the beginning of the show that the only person that makes us happy is ourselves first. Otherwise, nobody will. You can try, but that's never going to happen because you're always going to complain about, well, you didn't make me happy today. That wasn't happiness here. You have to do it again and again and again. It's like, no. If you're happy inside of you, then your outer conditions will modify. Even me with my palette light, my water heater situation. Well, guess what? That brings me back to memory land. But I'm laughing about it because I'm like, crap, I'm going to have to take a cold shower.
Uh, I- yes, and actually, one of my buddies said that you didn't make me happy today. I looked at him and I picked up jackhammer and I raised it up. I said, "Are you happy?" He said, "Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy." I said, "Okay."
I love it. Oh, I'm happy. I said, I'm going to be excited for 5 minutes in the shower. And thank God I love showers. I'm not, bath is not my, I sit in there for 5 minutes and after that I get bored. I'm like, no, I need a shower. I rather my shower. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be like, holy crap, I'm not ready for that. And we're like, oh, it's going to be awesome. You want to go to bed with a warm shower. Yeah. Nope. It's going to be the cold shower.
It'll be a cold shower. That's
Yeah.
right. It's definitely gonna wake you up too.
And you know what? See it as a good thing. Like, oh, I'm saving some gas. So it's not that bad. Energy. I'm saving energy right now. So I have to see it this way. But yeah, that's life. Sometimes you have to make, you make lemonade out of lemons. That's what I'm doing. You have to find a way to laugh about it. Otherwise you cry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Even if it's
Right.
irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You first thought, oh, I can't. And so there's nothing fun about what you can't do. You know, I mean, if we joking around and you can't do something that we asking you to do, that's one thing. But hey, every word out of your mouth and just having a conversation, I can't. I don't want to be around you. You know.
Yeah. And
So
you're creating your own obstacles too. So that's not something you want because the can't,
just
well, the universe
yes,
going to respond. Okay, if you can't, well, we're going to make sure you can't. But my
yes,
only, it's funny because I'm facing kind of a fear as to how to light up the pilot light. So that's going to be interesting because I'm always afraid that thing's going to blow up, which is not. But that's for me, it's a challenge right there. So I'm taking the challenge. I'm doing it. I'm going to light it up. Probably not tonight. That's fine. Maybe in the next few days. I don't know if I'm going to be here tonight or tomorrow. Probably not here at home. So I will light it up next week. That's fine. I will figure it out on my own and unscrew those screws one way or the other. Go in there and do what I got to do. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. Not fine. Facing your fear, facing that's great. So for me, it's a great moment. It's like, yeah, I can do it. I've done a lot of
right.
things. I'm the repair man here, the repair lady. So I've done it all my life. Learn to push your boundaries and being able to do that. So think outside of the box. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly. And that's another good topic. When you said fear, I thought about fear and approval.
Yes. Yep. That's a big one. A lot of people always depend on others for the approval. And for
Right.
me, I learned at least, being poor and where we were, at least it helped at some level because we learned to be self-reliant and self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
So it is maybe a fault to a point, but that's fine by me. So I don't ask for help when I don't need the help, or I ask the universe actually. But I don't wait for somebody to save me, and that's what I love is that concept that got taught to me helped me along the line, along my life and my journey, because I did not wait for somebody to save me. Because if you do this, you're gonna wait for a very long time, very long time. You
Very
have
long.
to save yourself first.
That's exactly right. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we
Well,
do.
yeah. I'm gonna go and warm. Actually,
Coffee.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and make myself a cup of coffee. I done sipped on that. It's no warming that up. I'm gonna go ahead and make another cup. And
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I like that. But it was nice talking with you, and I'm looking forward to Tuesday at 5:30. And
Yep.
I guess to between tomorrow and Monday we'll just check in with each other and
Yeah.
and go over just stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely do. And you know what? On Tuesday it will be go with the flow. We have the topics. You want to start to talk, and we'll expand. And my style is, you got a deep knowledge on a lot of things, and we're gonna be tapping into it. And I will go with the flow. And I like to. It's gonna be structured to some level, but it's not gonna be structured like we normally see everywhere, because I want this as a conversation, and I always make it. All of my collaboration, everything I do, is always a conversation. So it's gonna be fine. The topic is fabulous. Everything you sent me, great. And I will look at it this weekend closely, and we'll go with that. But yeah, Tuesday is now the C Show meets Dr. Love, and it's going to be every Tuesday. It's not only once because it's Valentine's Day, every Tuesday.
Oh, hey, yeah, you get me started. No, you done got me started.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I say.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it was fun for over 20 years, and I kept saying, "Okay, I'm gonna retire." No, I'm done. And
No.
some of my clients still call me right today. You
Yep.
know,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah, and it's fun. Just like
And
that. So.
and you have a
Oh,
class here, and it's
and,
going to be every Tuesday night. That's it. You're out of retirement. You were never in retirement. You thought you were retired, but that was an illusion.
oh yeah, I kept telling myself that I was taking a sabbatical. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You took a sabbatical, and that's it. And now you're back. You have a class here on wisdom, and it's going to be every Tuesday starting next Tuesday. And we're going to have Dr. Love, which is awesome. To me, I'm excited. It's super cool. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of great information and connecting with people. And if people actually, and I will say that, if they want to directly DM us on Instagram, if they have any questions or anything like that, because what I will do, because we're going to be the two of us on stage, and I will, like I've done on last Sunday night when I was talking with Ben. Ben was sending me direct stuff from Instagram. Then if people want have any questions, because we can only be the two of us here, then I will be more than happy to read them. I don't have to say who. See, people don't want to say who they are. That's fine. I don't have to say their names. But if they have any questions or anything like that, then I can read them, and Dr. Love can answer them. It would be even more interactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It just include them without putting them on the spot.
Yes. No. We will. I will pick up. I will not say the name, but I will read the question.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Include them without putting them on the spot. And we having a conversation, and we just read that question out.
Yeah.
They know who they are, and they're
Yep.
going to listen even more.
Exactly. No, we
yes.
want everybody to be able to talk. And as I said, if they want to say who they are, fine, they can mention that. But I will not divulge anybody and put everybody on the spot. Or I will find a different name. We will have maybe one called Petunia, from Petunia. I like it. Actually, I like it, from Petunia. We're going to say, okay, here's what I received from Petunia. So whomever Petunia is in the audience, that's just fine. We got many Petunias. And read the question and get it answered, because I like that way, because it will be interactive with everybody else's as well. So that would be great. Yeah, we could do that. So they can DM me directly on Instagram and be prepared, because as I said, it's starting Tuesday and it will last as long as we want it. So it's been forever.
Right. No, I'm okay
until
with that.
until the boss say no more, Dr. Love.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you want to sit down and talk to it too, because you mentioned to me you two meet when you were at the university. Am I right?
Yes, we did. She actually took a course, basic sensuality, with from me and a couple other teachers, and then she came back and she would just start hanging around the campus. And then she was talking about doing a course, and asked me, was I teaching that weekend? I said, no, I go with you if you want me to. And from then on, we started just taking courses together, so like that.
Yeah, but if you want to join us, that would be great too. We got Dr. and Mrs. Love. So for me, it's just perfect. It would be the great combo. No, but she can, actually. She
Okay.
will. I would love to have her on stage with you too. It would be interesting to hear her perspective too on stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh,
if
I
she
mean,
want it. It's up to
yeah,
her.
I keep saying, I'm gonna do a talk, and he said she's gonna do one with me. So maybe
Well,
if
yes.
I actually set a day and time, just like we did,
Yeah.
she will actually join in.
Mm-hmm.
Now she should be putting in here about an hour. She had to go to the office, which was in California.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we are one of the founders of the service that we do there, and
Okay.
so we do most of it here over the internet these days. But
Yep.
they want us out there this week, face to face.
Yep.
So like that.
Well, that would be great because if we got both of you in the same room, that would be awesome to have her perspective as well. So I think it would be extremely interactive. And as I said, I want all of our listeners here. And when they're coming on Tuesday, and that's something I will reiterate during the show, that we will take any question. Even if you have question ahead, then you can use Instagram because you can look Instagram under my profile, and that's not difficult actually. It's at Emma Digallo, so it's not very difficult to find me because that's as easier it can be. And ask a question. Same thing during the week after the show. If people have more questions, then I can compile them for the next show and we can go over the questions. But for me, I want to make it super interactive with everybody because, again, when we talk about the subjects of love, sensuality, there is question we might have. There is experience we might have experienced and we wanted to know, maybe need to know a little bit more of some of those. So it will be open for everybody to communicate. And I will be the voice of all of the petunias that will be listening to us. So don't take it as an insult when I say petunias, because that's what I'm going to call it. So it's all anonymous. That's better than anonymous. I'm going to call it petunias. And take all of the questions and have you answering them. That's what I would love to do. That would be awesome.
Okay. That. Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm sure at the beginning people will not going to be asking questions, but I'm sure if they have, again, it will be private, so no names will be divulged. So don't, feel shy. Say, well, if I DM you, Emma, you're not going to use it. And what you're going to do is the question. It's just for the show. So privacy is always respected in my book and in my field. So that's a safe space for me. And if you DM me, it will be private. And the question will be combined because I think it's nice to hear from people and what question they have. It helps a lot. I think it helps a lot of people. So I want to help people this way as well. So may as well expand that. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Right. I mean, sensuality and sexuality, people get into an argument all the time about that. Them
Yeah.
two words.
And you're going to shed the light. So we're going to reset those, what do you call it? Those arguments we're going to settle those arguments and you're going to give us some good insight and explain all of that.
I'll be glad to. It's just
It's going to be an
yes,
honor for me. It's going to be
yeah,
awesome.
yes,
Yes. I'm
yeah,
looking forward.
yeah. I think Denise is looking forward to it too.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. All right. It's been what, a half an hour? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's
Dr. Love is like, I have enough, Emma. I need my coffee. I want
yeah.
my relaxed time. I just came here for the promotion because I wasn't expecting to promote anything, Emma. But
Now you got me coughing.
And I got you. Here we go. See, this is why you asked me to co-host with you. There is a reason.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Well, I think this is pretty exciting. You
yeah.
know, I think she gonna want to join eventually. If she don't join on the person,
Oh,
you know,
that's okay.
yeah,
Whenever.
yeah. I'll be down here sometime talking on the uh, uh, somebody laughing and talking, and all of a sudden I feel somebody standing behind me. You know, and that's why I look back, and there she is, and she said, I just heard you laughing up there. Now I was upstairs, I said, well, I'm always laughing. She said, yeah, but you were really laughing, so.
You know, it's funny you say that because I have somebody who has complained since I started on Wisdom. Then I'm laughing and I'm having more fun on Wisdom than I'm laughing with that person. I got the same complaint and I'm turning around and I'm like, well, because I'm having super fun here. Well, you're laughing not the same way. Well, what can I say? You do not make me laugh the same way.
Yeah.
Cannot help it.
It's really.
I know. It's like we're all connecting with each other. It's like, yeah, so we don't
Really.
do anything wrong here. We're just having fun. But the way we're laughing. So now I'm relating to you, to the boss. That's funny.
Yeah. Actually, it was a lady said that I think she was in Guam or somewhere. She said she was out in the middle of the ocean, and she was just laughing. We were just laughing and talking. And she said, Dr. Goodman is in Reno, Nevada. And somebody said, where is that at?
You know, when I did that with the sea show with Sammy at the beginning, I had to justify and tell and explain where Sammy was. I'm like, you ding dong, he's in the East Coast. He's not next door. I'm like, he's in Virginia. What is wrong with you? So yeah, I had to experience that too. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like talking to people around the world. What is wrong with you? They are not here in my backyard.
Really? No, so for people that I haven't talked to, I could jump in the car and run there and see them.
Exactly. It will
Really,
take me a few hours.
really. Maybe 5 hours later.
Oh, exactly. 5 hours later, I'm back. Landed somewhere.
Really,
I know.
who are you?
Oh my god. I know it's totally weird. I'm like, seriously, don't do that. I'm like, come on. So, but no, I'm looking forward for our show on Tuesday. It's going to be epic. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. And as I said, if anybody has question during the show, and I will again say that, or after the show, and they want to connect, then they can connect directly with me. I will compile all of the questions, and we will go and do that for the next show. If the show is that big, then we might be doing twice a week, but we're going to start with one and see how it goes.
Yeah, I keep getting on. I'm gonna be on here for at least 30 minutes, an hour, and it was like maybe 9 o'clock this morning, and been in and out, all day, but the app been up, so like that. I just been sitting and listening to people, and so where I guess I'm making another cup of coffee, but maybe an hour later I'll make a
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah, because at that point you better to
Yeah.
be ready because I'm expecting we're going to be at least talking about for 2 hours minimum. So just be ready. It's not going to be half an hour and we're
Oh,
done.
oh no, no.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's going to be a fun show.
yeah. 5:30, 7:30 would be okay. 9 is okay with me too. You
Okay,
know,
good. Good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like that. So, but okay, I'm gonna go make that coffee.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
just if you got questions now and you want to send them to her, and we add in to talk, it just be just fine. Matter of fact, the people who listen right now, 53 of us on here, so we have 53 numbers. 53 to pass through,
Hmm.
but Have you got any questions now? Send them to Emma, and hey, we'll just take off from there.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
okay. No,
That's what we're going to do.
so
So, well, thank you very much, Dr. Love, because that's going to be about the love. So that's going to be the name of the show. But yes, I will talk more about it, and enjoy your coffee. It's always a pleasure. And it's going to be an honor for me on Tuesday to start that show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So,
okay, yeah, and turn into a podcast. Uh,
oh,
is
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna do the talking on the podcast, but yes, I have an audio video studio that I can do video in, and so uh,
Okay.
yeah, we can do that too. You can do Zoom, right?
Yes, I do Zoom actually. So, and I do, yes, because on Wednesday, actually, it's going to be a very late one. It's going to bite my rear end. Sorry to say that. But I'm going to do a collaboration with Dr. Wiseman. And it's going to be Alaska time because he's in Alaska. So I'm adapting my schedule and I'm going to start like at 9:30 at night. And it's going to be at least 2 hours with him on Zoom. And then after I'm done, what I'm going to do is Zoom's going to download after I record everything. Then I have to move it to the Apple iTunes because I'm going to use only the voice, transfer it to an MP3, bring it back to my software, which is Audacity, and then I'm going to do the intro, the end. I'm going to listen again the show, which should be just fine. And then I will, after that, post it on my Emma's Universe. So that's how normally I process when I do the Zoom collaboration. So yeah, that we can do. I have no issue with that because I do a lot with everybody I talk to. It turns out to be a podcast, and I put it on my podcast, Emma's Universe, and then it goes, send it on social media, and people around the world are picking it up. It goes on 13 different platforms like Google Play, Apple, iHeart, Radio. I don't remember what the others are because there's so many. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, and just the word you said, universe, controlling
Yes.
your universe, and just putting it out there, and the way you said, not I'm going to. You said it like you done did it, what you have, and it just came from the heart. Nothing thinking this is what I'm going to do, and
Yep.
you doing it, and that
Yep.
really feels good.
Yes, it does. So, yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that via Zoom. We can record. We can do whatever we want. So we're gonna go with the flow. And if this gonna turn, because I have to start. I have to use my Mac actually instead than using my. I can even use the Mac to upload it on this one, but I have to put the pictures. I have to figure it out, or I can do it directly from my iPad. When I'm done with those episodes here, they don't go on Podomatic, but I'm gonna start to put them on Podomatic, the one that we're doing today and moving forward, because at least it keeps on my library on Podomatic when I'm done. So that's the only thing here. I just send them directly via Twitter, but I don't put them on Podomatic. And I have a lot of people who are missing to listen to our show. So when I'm going to be ready, I'm going to be testing some of it and see how I'm going to upload them into Podomatic. So the show we're going to start with on Tuesday. Then when I'm done, then I can flip it right away and send them to my Podomatic, and it will be listened all over the places where everybody normally listen to me. So yeah, it's great.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. As it miss, all I got to say is okay, because it sounds so exciting and fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Okay. Hey, we're gonna rock
Yeah.
and roll.
Well, let's put it this way. You're Dr. Love, and I am Santa Little Helper. The permanent Santa Little Helper. So when it's technology based, I want to use what we're doing, and I'm going to put it on my Podomatic, on my Emma's Universe. So everybody that listens to my regular podcast, my personal one, then this is going to go on the top of it too. It's not only going to go on tweet on Facebook, it's going to go there as well, and it will be staying there. So there will be two saved location, Wisdom and Podomatic, because I don't know when. I know the deal for here, it was only people who have Apple that can talk on Wisdom. And I don't know when it's going to go and when people can access actually the app from Google Play. I have no idea. That's a question that I have not heard at this point. Maybe I missed the boat. That's typical of Emma. But I know people who don't have an Apple phone or an iPad or anything like that could not at the beginning utilize it. They could hear it when I'm sending it to Twitter. People who don't have an Apple can listen to it, but they could not access the app. So if they were able to access the app, everybody, any phone, will be nice, because I will not have to do it on Podomatic. But I'm going to do on Podomatic for the reason as well, so people can reach and listen to it. Because this is going to be good information.
Right. Yeah. I see you can. I was trying to download it on my Android, but if you download it through Facebook, and what's that? Instagram, it'll work. And so that's what I was in the process of doing.
Good.
Yeah.
But if people don't have Instagram, because I have some people who don't, then they're not going to access it. So that's why. But I'm going to use Podomatic. I'm going to use mine and start to store them in there, so it adds them to it, and people are interesting to listen to it. So for me, it's a great topic, and we all can use it actually. So for me, it's a good show, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I cannot wait to be Tuesday. I don't care about the weekend anymore and Valentine's. I just want to be Tuesday.
Okay.
I skip everything, people. I don't want to be, I want to be Tuesday.
She's excited. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be just a great, great show. And as I said, we start with once a week, and it depends on what's going on. It can go to twice a week. Depends on how it's going to evolve. So we are going once a week to start with and test the water. And for people, if you have any question about sensuality, about love, then connect with me directly on Instagram, and I will collect everybody else's question. And they will be called the Petunia segment, meaning I'm not naming any names. See, I like it. See, as we go along, I'm coming up, coming up with some stuff.
Creating as you go. What we do.
Yes. So there will be a Petunia segment where we're going to go through all of the questions. And that's it. So there will be no name, and that will be it. That's it. And we'll answer those questions, and people can, listen to it and get some answers, and some others, some question will be asked, and people can learn something from it. I love it. It's all about the learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's exciting. You need your coffee.
Okay. Yeah. And, the little lady just came home, or the boss just came home. So it's definitely time to make maybe her a cup of coffee. So let me go offer her a cup before I make me some.
Oh, that's lovely. I like it. Such a gentleman. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, talk to her about maybe, come on the show later on. And, because it would be nice to have her as well, as the show's going to evolve, and listen to both of you about that subject. That to me is going to be exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. And yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go now. I mean, I've been saying it for the last 30 minutes, and now
that's what you said for the past 30 minutes. I know. This is what happened when you're on your C show.
Right. That's what the show's gonna be. Yeah. You want to go? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say one more thing. Oh, okay. Oh, just one more thing. Okay. Yeah.
It's
And
like people, so, when you invite people when I invite people here for dinner, they never want to leave. You have to kick them out of the door.
really, no, like
We're not going to do that to you, Dr. Goodman. We
yeah,
don't want to hurt Dr. Love. We need
okay,
Dr. Love.
really.
Yeah.
One of my mentors said the courses is for the teachers, and if you having fun like we are having here, oh, the time will just pass on, and you're learning as you go. I mean, look at all
Yes.
the things. Oh, you just said, oh, well, let's do this, let's do that. No, oh, and no, it's okay. We talking, creating as we go, and
Yes.
we've been positive about it. You know,
Exactly. That's what I love about it. It's
yeah.
just, it's having fun, it's learning, and not taking ourselves too seriously. There will be some very deep subjects, but in general, it's doing it in a lighter way. So it's, for me, I like to learn this way than feeling like we're sitting down in a class and everything is somber and it's like, oh God, I'm not gonna remember anything because I'm starting to get bored. So that's how I roll. So I like it to make light. And speaking like I said, I explained with the subject of the pilot light tonight. So people have a great picture of what's going on in their mind. It's using their imagination, and I love that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay, and consider calling somebody a professional like that powder light, because I would like to talk to you on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. That's going to be fun. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So enjoy your coffee, my friend. And I'm absolutely looking forward to speaking with you on that brand new show on Tuesday. This is going to be epic. Totally
Okay.
epic. Yes.
Yeah. Talk with you later. Then.
Yes, we'll do.
Okay.
Good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
This is what is going to be fun, guys. This is why I'm so excited since the beginning of the week. Is when Dr.
Treat me
Love,
out.
yes, is when Dr. Love offered me on Tuesday to create that show. I'm like, say, why not? And we talked, and I'm really looking forward for that show, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a learning. It's gonna be sharing, good information because he is Dr. Love, so you cannot remove Dr. Love from the equation, but it's going to be a fun show. As I said, it's going to be the C Show meets Dr. Love on Tuesday. So it's going to be the topic of sensuality, love, and he has taught great courses. And what the topics is picking it up is also from his book that he wrote, and I officially put him out of retirement. So I'm such a troublemaker at some level, but it's going to be fun. So if you have any questions about sensuality or anything like that, and you want to send direct Instagram mail to me, please do so. As we talked about it, I will not reveal who asked those questions. I'm just going to compile the questions and I'm going to call it the Petunia segment. Ask. So that's what we're going to do. And even during the show or after the show, again, same thing. We're going to do it once a week on Tuesdays. That will be the Tuesdays at the C Show. It's Meet Dr. Love. And if we, because it's going to take time, once a week to see how it goes, but it might be going to twice a week or more. It all depends. But that's what we're going to start to do with Dr. Goodman, and it's going to be fun. That's what I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be very, very interesting. I like to do collaboration. I love to have masters in their own field, being able to share information in such a light way. And it's always teaching moment. It's always nice to have a perspective. And we might have the privilege to have the boss, aka his beautiful wife, to join us as well later on. So we got two perspectives on the subject, which will be great. So I can't wait to be Tuesday. I want to skip this weekend to just be Tuesday. That's the most interesting part of it. And maybe by the time of Tuesday, I will have some hot water If I can find the right tool, well, I'm going to find, it's not if, I'm going to find the right tool to open those 4 screws to remove that panel so I can light up the palette of my water heater. So that's why the subject and the what I call it, the title of tonight, Let's Light Up the Palette Light. It's related to my water heater, and I thought it would be a good topic to set it up tonight. You have to laugh at life, even though if at the beginning I wasn't laughing, I was kind of dropping a couple of F-bomb along the way. I'm like, holy crap, but it's like, yes, it's, becoming the jack of all trades, do what you got to do, and just not take everything too seriously. Even if some days I'm like, holy crap, universe, I got enough of it. Like, I'm not changing my water heater. It's like a few years old. It's not like it's 10 years old. It's like, I don't know, 3-4 years old. I'm like, no. But that's what happens when there is too much wind. It will shut it off. So I need to change. Need to have those pipe chimneys outside to be changed so it avoid and it can deflect the wind. That's what I need to do. And I was talking about it actually last year, but the plumber in question looked at the height of the roof and he said, I'm not climbing. I'm like, really? So I'm gonna have somebody else's doing it. I could climb, but I rather not doing it, and having a professional doing it would be probably better. So, but I will have it changed so it stopped to blow up the lights, which is the pilot lights, which is a pain. But that's the sea show tonight. Is anybody else's want to have a chat? Thanks, by the way, I don't call on you, my friend Jenner, because it was nice this morning to listen what you got to say. It was very, very interesting conversation. Jenner, you got this morning at like, well, was what, 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning here, and I was listening to you talking with Dominic. Very, very interesting things. I wanted to talk to you on the side, not here, about something you said about your stuff. Then I might have maybe a solution for you for something. So, but that needs to be talked in outside of wisdom on this one. Just came up as I was listening to you this morning. So great chat. Then I heard from you. I saw that my dear Lois was here. I don't know if she wants to come on stage, and I'm going to call upon you, my friend Lois. After, the great adventure that I had this week, it felt like Days of Our Lives, and Daryl and I were in the middle of Days of Our Lives, this soap, when we discover, too bad I don't have music, that Felicia was your baby sister. That was awesome. That was epic. If you did not heard on Tuesday night, you should listen to us. That was at the end of the show, actually, because like Dr. Love, aka Dr. Goodman, said, when I stop my shows, it started at one time, and as we go along, and I did back-to-back, Sunday and Tuesday was a 5.5 hour show. And I didn't even realize that so much good time we had. Tonight, no, I'm watching the time because I'm going to be off in 30 minutes because I have to be somewhere else and I have to prepare because I'm going to be working. So Friday night is the shorter show. But it was epic. I miss those noises that you can make, when the show, somebody pop up, it's like, da-da! And it was the revelation when I got Felicia who came in. I'm like, we were talking, and she admitted it publicly. She has a sister, and her sister is Lois. And I'm like, oh my God. So I want to know, by the way, my dear friend, when are you going to do your talk with your sister? Because again, you have to do it this coming week. That's the challenge for you and a sis. We need the sister show going on. So do we know when you're going to do yours so I can listen to it and see what the two of you have to say? Because, we can get great insight and fun and laughter from both of you. So that I want to know. So I'm calling you on the stage and I'm like, Lois, you should not be shy. Actually, you should not be shy because you're not a shy person. You're somebody that I love your spirit and you're always there. So I want to see if you can come up on the show because Daryl is here. So we want to know, isn't it, Daryl? We want to know when the two sisters are going to do their show next week because we want to listen to the two of you talking. As I said, it was epic. On Sunday, I got you, and on Tuesday, I got your sister. We couldn't make it up. Actually, we did not make it up, but it was awesome. It was just great. So this is the kind of things you encounter when you start to talk to people. It's like, oh, you're cool. You're a troublemaker, like Felicia is, and in a good way. And discovering that she has a sister. It's like, well, bring your sister on Wisdom. And like, but she's on Wisdom. I'm like, what? Everybody stop to breathe for a minute. She's on Wisdom. And when she just said the first name, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, I know your sister. And so we talked to each other. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It's so funny. It's like it's a small world. It's like how not coming up with talking and having conversation. It's very interesting. It will be interesting to have sibling talks. Seriously, it's always fun. It's always fun to listen to a siblings talking. So it's going to be exciting to see that. But I want to know when you're going to do your show, because I gave you a little challenge for you to do your show next week. And start to do it, because you should have a segment. You should, seriously, if you have sisters, you should have a segment here on Wisdom, the sister talk, or whatever you want to call it, seriously. And that could be very, very interesting for all of us to listen and get some great insight, because you always have great insight. So it's like the two of you will be just perfect. It's the perfect chemistry between the two of you. So this is that. I have not heard... I was supposed to connect with Ben, and Ben was too busy, so I did not have the chance to, reconnect with Ben. But Ben, again, who was brand new on Sunday, came on the show on Tuesday, and I'm so blessed he did it, because it was such a great segment with him, listening to him talking for the first time. Again, I challenged him to start his show, not in 2 weeks, but next week, which is going to be awesome. And just talk about where he's coming from, because he's from Kenya. And for me, and again, you heard the accent, it's not from South, it's not from the East Coast, it's not from the West Coast, it's from Europe. So talk about his journey to come here, his integration, what is different. But he's not going to do it in one hour, but it's going to be several shows. But for him, the progression, and learn more about Kenya, because that could be a very good way for us to learn about a different country and make us want to dream and go there as well, because Kenya is a beautiful country as well. There is so many good things over there as well. That will be very interesting to hear and have his perspective, and listening from somebody that grew up over there, which is great. It's always great when you listen to native talking about where they come from and everything else. So culture-wise, so I'm looking forward to listen to him, and I'm going to try to connect with him tomorrow, see if we can connect, and if he needs my help a little bit to get going, then I will help him, because I will be more than happy to do that. Just for him to be able to be comfortable and have an idea of what you want to start to share. Like I said, start with your story. You start at the beginning and you start with your story. And that will be, for me, I see a great potential for him to do that. I want to say hi to Dr. Mark Weissman. The two of us, going to be talking Alaska time on Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward for a chat. Again, it's going to be on my Podomatic that I'm going to do a couple of hours. And we're going to be talking about what you do, because I listen to you here, and that's awesome what you're talking about, which I really, really like. So we're going to talk about what you do on Podomatic, and it will be released probably the next day, because it will be Thursday. So yeah, I will release it Thursday or Friday. I'm going to maybe push one of the episodes, my Friday episodes. I'm going to do a special one in between, so that will give time for people to listen to it. So I will figure out how I'm going to sort it out, all of this, because too many episodes is going to be like very interesting, but I want that collaboration and people to listen to it. It's going to be beautiful. So, I have, Daryl is in the house, people. Daryl. Hi.
Hey, how's it going, Emma?
Oh, between the water heater, then I need to light up the pellet light because I don't
You've
have
had
any more light.
no heat. Oh, wow.
No water heater. The furnace is fine. That's just a water heater
Oh,
because of
okay.
the wind. The wind's going down the chimney. The chimney is going down to the pipe, and it blow out this time the pilot light. And I knew when I was ready to take a shower today, I'm like, my universe told me, said, go and check because there is no light. And I went and I look at it. I'm like, so I tried to start it and set up. It did not work. And I took a nap. I'm like, I need to sleep because I'm working tonight. I'm like, I need to sleep. So woke up and somebody sent me something and I'm like, okay, I need to remove the cover, which I did. But the plate on the water heater has screws. And I didn't have my glasses, so I'm like, I'm going to take a Phillips screws and that should work. Well, no, because those screws are not even octagonal. I don't know what the
Oh,
deal
wow.
is. They are not. So now I'm like, freaking A, fine. So I'm going to figure it out how to unscrew them because I do not have, I will check what I've got on my in my toolbox, but I don't think I have the right one. But I'm going to use a plier or something like that that I normally use. I'm a multi-tool pliers or whatever, similar to it. And I'm going to open it this way. So yeah, I don't have the right tools. I don't think I do, but I will figure it out because that's what I do. And I will light it up again.
There you go. Wow,
So,
you're multi-talented.
I learned that a long time ago. You have to be self-sufficient.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I was wondering how that emoji blog is coming.
The emoji blog will be starting this weekend, actually. And
Really?
I will. Yes, I am.
Oh, wow,
Yes, I
that's
am.
awesome.
Yes. And as you see tonight, they were not. I should have actually done a bunch of emojis on this.
I know, I was looking for it. I was like, no emojis here, no presents, no anything.
No, there is no presents, and it should be because we dropped a couple of bombs here tonight with Dr. Love, with the
Yeah,
show
I
on
heard
Tuesday.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's gonna
dropped
be
in for a
epic.
minute.
Yep.
Wow.
No, that's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be
cool.
fun on Tuesday. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be epic. So yeah. So no, everything has been good. How about you? How was your week?
Oh, busy. Good. Busy just trying to keep up. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
a lot of good news. So
Good.
just a lot of opportunities just showing up all at the right time and
Good.
things gelling. I bought this software company a few weeks ago, and the software that they had is going to work really well with two other softwares that I have. So I'm just going to put the
Good.
two together, and I'm like, whoa, this is like revolutionary. When I put these three things together, it's like, wow. So I'm pretty excited myself.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Do we know can you share a little bit more about what kind of
I
software
don't
is
like,
that or not?
yeah, I don't really talk about that stuff on here. It's
Okay.
yeah, I don't sell
All right.
anything on here or talk about anything that I do. But
No, I'm not asking selling. I'm just curious what kind of software it is. That's all.
it is, let's just say, it's business marketing software.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So it helps people to market their businesses. But it also could help with like search engine optimization, lead generation, all those kinds of things.
Oh, awesome. Great. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm pretty super excited about it. And
Oh, that's good.
this is our 9th software in 2 years that we've been working on, and yeah, it's going good.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. It's going good, and that's what we love to hear. Everything is
Yeah.
going good. That's what we
Yeah,
love.
yeah, definitely. And
Yes.
it's the Super Bowl this weekend. So I
Who's
decided,
playing? Because I will be the only one who's not going to be watching it. But who's
yeah,
playing?
it's like the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals or something like that.
Oh, cool.
But don't quiz me on that one. But
Okay.
yeah, so we're gonna go do something on Super Bowl Sunday.
Nice.
And so there's I guess there's two crypto, crypto.com and another crypto commercial going to be on this year. And
nice.
so a lot of the crypto values are pretty low right now. So I'm going to scoop up a few of those this weekend in preparation.
Yeah, because that's going to go high.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
So
People are going to go buy it.
just because there'll be a lot of talk about it.
Yes.
because it's a different category, and every
Yeah.
time it goes a little more mainstream. Some people are thinking things with the inflation and the dollar, and they're worried about it. So I just think it might be a good idea. Don't take any financial advice from me, but I just decided
No,
to do
no,
something
but
again this weekend. So
it's generally it's how it happened. It's like if you're tempting people and they did a good commercial, and I'm assuming they are because they pay millions of dollars just to play
right,
those commercials. And
yeah,
generally they are epic commercial. Because I remember the Budweiser with the puppies and stuff like that. So it's going to be beautiful. So yeah, I'm pretty much sure people are going to be looking in there and they're going to start to buy. So I will not be surprised either. It's like consumer. As long as you dangle something interesting, they're going to go for it. That's what it's all about. So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
great
yeah, yeah. So I'm excited
as
about
well.
that. So how about you? How's everything going?
Oh, it's been interesting. I said my pilot light went off
Yeah,
today, or yes, it might
yeah.
have done yesterday, but I did not realize that because it wasn't. It was still
Is it
hot in
windy?
the water heater. So who knows? Might have done yesterday, but I don't know. I could not make a difference when I took a shower. So it's not like it's a burning shower either that I take.
Mm-hmm.
But don't know on this one. But I would say it's been a very interesting. There is a good things. I did some of the role plays I needed to do for some of the using a new software for the business coaching that I do. So I got some excellent stuff because I'm a business oriented person first. I've been in corporate for a very long time. So I'm using all of my skill sets and my gift to help companies actually to grow. So it's been very exciting to work with an awesome software where, wow, that thing is awesome. So that's been great this week with that. And I had other things very interesting. I said Dr. Goodman to do the podcast with him and looking at Jenner to do the voiceover. It's awesome. So good things happen this week and moving along the way. Like you said, it's moving along the way it's supposed to move along. And very excited about that. And this weekend, I just want to put my feet up a little bit, do a lot of homework that I have to do. And we got Valentine's on Monday, so it's going to be interesting. But nothing
Yeah,
exciting over the rainbow. I talked about Valentine's, I think, a week ago, or earlier this week, actually.
yeah,
That for me, it's the only time of the year I will not go to a restaurant because
yeah. It's
of
a little
I
crazy.
don't know if people really experience that, but you
Yeah,
don't have the same service because they booked their restaurant, and it
right.
feels like more you're waiting. You don't have they're rushing because they have so many people. So for me, I rather spend it at home, quiet dinner, enjoying a good time, put the feet up, and just enjoying each other's company. I think it's always been for me. Well, I came to the realization after I went to a restaurant many years ago that it's better to do it at home, quiet time, good time, and not feeling rushed. I don't know. That's
Yeah. Yeah, I
that's what
agree
I
with you there. I mean, it's the same
yeah.
thing with like flowers and stuff like that. I mean, my wife's like, never get me flowers on Valentine's Day. Give it to me the week before, week after,
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
So,
That
yeah, she's sensible.
Well, yeah, because here's the deal. I used to when I worked on overnight, and I still do some overnight too, actually. And you see all of the people coming half awake. It's funny on weekends when Valentine's happen on weekends. You see those poor guys coming half awake, seriously. And they're like, okay, I need the flour, I need the chocolate, and I need to make, they go for the groceries list too. This is cute. They go with the groceries list because they want to make the breakfast, so they don't even know where everything is. So you explain everything to them too, which
Yeah.
is cute. But they're half awake at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're all coming. And it's quite funny. It's like, oh boy, it's your chore time. And for me, I would say, it's nice to have flowers, but like your wife, I would say give it to me outside of it too. Or do not propose on Valentine's because I will kick your butt. I'm like, no, if you want to propose to somebody, don't wait for Valentine's. To me, I
Yeah.
felt for a lot of people, it's a chore. It's like, I have to do this, I have to do that, because if I don't do it, then I'm hearing it for the rest of the year. And I'm like, oh
Oh,
boy, you're in trouble. So I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't think of it like that. Wow.
No, I
That's
rather feed
interesting.
up, enjoying, if you want
Yeah.
to do the cooking, do the cooking. I would love
Yeah.
that. But I don't
Yeah.
want the pressure to dress up and go outside. Do it a week before we can, or the week after we can go to a restaurant. I don't care. That's fine by me, but not on Valentine's. Just leave it alone. It's too much of a zoo. It's
Yeah,
People are
that's true.
too, no,
Yeah.
it's never been enjoyable for me. So I had
Yeah.
experienced that a couple of times. I never liked it.
Wow, that's cool. What are you gonna be working late on Wisdom, or are you just in the
No, I do
early
something else.
sector tonight?
I works outside, so I'm gonna be busy for 3 hours, and I come back home around like what, to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I
Oh
probably
wow.
will pack up my stuff and the pops, and we're gonna be on the road for about half an hour, and be by the lake, and then I will probably go to bed for a few hours. Then I will be working on a couple of things with Dr. Love. We're going to be working on a couple of things, so I need to put my thoughts together, and I have to do more training on some stuff that I need to do for my business side. So again, I'm doing some of the training, and I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do either, but that's going to be awesome.
Cool. Cool.
you know, take it easy. I'm always working on some things 7 days a week. I just started to learn to kick out a little bit on the weekend. But right now, because everything I'm doing and I'm learning for the past, I will say, since the beginning of January, it has been nonstop, and I need to continue to do that because that's what I'm supposed to do. So, yeah, but that's
Cool.
okay. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Brilliant.
taking
Well, I
some
just
time
wanted
off.
to pop in and tease you about the emojis. I didn't think you were taking it seriously, so I'm
Oh,
really
I
looking
do.
forward to it.
Remember, we laughed about it, and I will
Yeah.
write something, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at every single emojis, and I'm gonna put maybe I'm
A
thinking
poem or a story?
one more story, but I will do probably a 50 words story, not a 300 more over 300
Yeah.
words. But yeah, I want to do something fun and see if people can
Figure it out.
figure it
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it'd
gonna
be really
post it
cool.
and see. Oh yes, no, but that was a great idea actually. Thanks, Daryl, on this
Yeah.
one.
You're welcome. I wouldn't want to be you because I hate it. I can't do emojis. I'm terrible at them. So
Well, I don't know because you know what? I'm maybe gonna start to search, and if that started to really bore the life out of me, I'm gonna pick any one of them and I'm gonna line them up.
right.
That would be me. That's okay. No, but that would be
Yeah.
interesting. I'm gonna do a 50 word story. 50 sounds good. I like the word. Yeah, number
Cool.
50. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. See how it goes,
Awesome.
and it will be published on my website and stuff like that. I will do like I normally do for my
Yeah,
blogs. So yeah.
we haven't met up on Instagram. If you want to reach out to me there, so we can communicate, and you can send me the link to that. That would be really cool. I've never seen your blog before, so I'd love to see it.
Oh yeah, that's a very interesting blog. There's so many stories. You would love the pops.
Yeah.
Started to write a movie actually. I was doing the
Oh, wow.
Ocean 11 version, but with my pops.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So I have to go back in there too. I do another story with the pops, but I love that. Oh yeah, because they're small dogs. So yes, might as
Yeah.
well using them.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Everybody loves dogs, so
Yes.
awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Emma. We'll be talking with you. Thank you
Oh,
for
yes.
taking me up.
Oh yes, not a problem. Anytime, Daryl.
All
You're
right.
always welcome. Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. So that's the fun of it. This is what I like. Yeah, it would be a good topic. Maybe Sunday night. I will be live on the C show, and I probably will be talking of Valentine's. So I will be curious of what people did, because some I'm sure are going to start on the 13th, but the 14th is the day of Valentine's. So I will be curious of what people has planned to do. But for me, as I said, and I talked about it on Tuesday. It's a big money making. It's $1 billion, and I wrote about it on one of my blogs about Valentine's and the candy between Valentine's and Easter. Because right now, Valentine's is on Monday, so I can guarantee by Tuesday the stores, if they did not start it, will put the Easter stuff as well. And it's $1 billion industries between the flowers, the candies, and the restaurant is one of the biggest night as well. Generally, it's overbooked on the 13, 14. So it's very difficult, or you have to do it a month ahead, and you're lucky if at the last minute you can find some room to be on their schedules. But for me, I always found it per experience because I felt the atmosphere was so different. And I understand, for every server or quote unquote waiter and waitresses. It is their big nights as well because this is where they get the most tips and get paid. So they have to go very, very fast, and it's crazy. But for me, the experience always been, if you cannot take your time and you feel pressure to eat and leave, then it's not a great experience. So I always liked to rather have, one at home, nice dinner. You can put the candles, light up the candles, and just have a great dinner, music, just a simple little ambience. But it's never been that to me crucial. And I always said, never, it's not do never, is never propose to me on Valentine's, because if you do, you're in big doo-doo. I will slam you back. I'm not saying I don't want to. But I know a lot of people do that for Valentine because it's cute. But for me, it's like if you want to propose to somebody, do it year round when it really, I will say, be a great time. But there is, any time is a great time. So we'll figure it out on everything. And I just enjoyed what I will say, a moment of peace and quiet. That's what I love. I like to go to nightclubs once in a while, and I used to go when I was young.